Okay, now we're going to begin to add attributes to the classes. Class objects are defined by their data members that can be selected in the Visible Analyst repository. You can enter this sort of information, the name of the attribute type, the number of occurrences of the attribute or the limit, the reference, which is a qualifier to indicate the access method for an attribute, visibility, which means who can see the attribute, what other classes, public, private, and protected, qualification, whether it's constant, meaning it can't be changed, whether it's volatile, meaning it can be modified, whether it's static, that indicates there's only one instance of the member regardless of the number of times a class is instantiated. The default is none. And physical characteristics. Well, let's show you how to do this. So we're going to start with the registration class objects, and all we have to do is select that registration class object and then double click with the left mouse button, and that brings up the attributes field. And so we're going to click here on the attributes details button right here. We're going to enter these names and types and so forth for the attributes. This one is registration identifier. It is a character data type. The limit is 6. It is a value. Its visibility is public, not private. And it is a static constant as qualification or qualifier. The next one is registration date. It is a date field. It is also has a limit of 6. It is a value. It is private, and there is no qualification. When you enter all of the attributes for registrations, it should look like this. Identifier, date, type, period with these characteristics. And then you just say OK, save, and exit. Notice it doesn't show them all, but we do have 4 attributes there. Now we're going to move on to the trailers class. You select trailers and you double click with the left mouse button. And then you press on this Add Change Attributes button right here. So we're only going to have this one attribute for trailers, which is weight. And when you enter it, as you see here, then you're going to click OK. And you're going to click Save and Exit. Next is Vehicles. Select Vehicles. Double click with the left mouse button. Add Change Attributes button. So we're only entering 1 for vehicles as well. Motor number, numeric 1. So when you do that, OK, save, exit. Now, for the undergraduate class, you can stop here as far as adding the attributes. That is, MIS 3320, I do not require you to enter attributes for weight, fuel, axles, engine, trucks, cars, and motors. However, for MIS 5350, the graduate class, for this particular assignment, I also want you to add at least 1 attribute for weight, fuel, axles, engine, trucks, cars, and motorcycles. And it must be appropriate, right? It's a data field that somehow describes the class, weight. So weight could be number of pounds or number of tons. Fuel could be, for example, capacity. Axles could be number of axles, so forth and so on. So you have to find an appropriate attribute in the graduate class for each one of these. In the next video, we're going to move on to adding operations, and then we should be done.